Welcome to James Drinkwater's new exhibition titled American Salt, Montauk to the Bowery. It's an exhibition that speaks of the time late last year where he took his family to America, worked in the studio of Julian Schnabel on Long Island, and then later on downtown New York. It speaks of all the energy that exists in that metropolis and just the exciting moments that he, in his own way, picks out and describes to us. As with all shows with James, there's a very strong narrative, and I'd just like to take you through a few moments of this exhibition. Just to my left is a painting titled Dinner in Little Italy. It's a painting that speaks of all the energy around the Italian restaurant, and food is really important to James and his family. The energy of the chef working, the waiters, and the things that I always find so intriguing about his work, where he can combine the little motifs, the tiles that you see reoccurring through a lot of the works ever since his time in the south of France when he was on the Brett Whiteley Travelling Scholarship. And then the drawing and the people meshing with the food, and we can get the sense of these lines shooting out, being pastoral, rays of light in the restaurant. On my right is a really beautiful painting which is incredibly evocative. It's called Midnight at Montauk, and it's the artist reclining after a day's painting, and just this exquisite sort of nocturne feel that he has through the work. And you see moments of the underpainting coming through. And this is the thing about James's work, there's always this recurring nature in the way he's borrowing ideas from past paintings and even borrowing from other artists and recontextualizing them and creating a new narrative and a new story. The energy which is inherent throughout this entire exhibition perhaps is no better served than the works that he's done in the jazz clubs. So the Smalls Jazz Club, he would go along and listen to the band, and a great devotee of jazz, like food, very important to the artist. But these works have this amazing colour and energy about them. The aerial view of Smalls Jazz Club shows the moments where you've got the drum kit going and he's using colour and light, and reminds me a little bit of Kandinsky in a way, where painting turns into music. And it's a really passionate understanding of all the elements that it is to experience something rather than just take a straight view. And then on my right here, there's this extraordinary view of the saxophone player on the bar. Again, the little motifs of the tiles and these things coming through, which keep a continuity not only throughout this exhibition, but also with the overall career of the artist. One of the hallmarks of all James Drinkwater's exhibitions is this sense of esotericness. We don't ever know what to expect, so there'll always be painting and drawing, and then these other things where he's using found objects, old paintings, recontextualized, repainted, and just these incredibly detailed minor moments. And just to show you an example of this is these Lower East Side paintings. So the New York taxi cab, which is just a very simple drawing, line drawing, but then this exquisite checkering through there, and the moments where the headlights on the frame painted on these old works, and his daughter Hester, who got right into hailing the cabs, and it's just this full-on face and beautiful patterning of the dress. It speaks of those minor moments in his experience there. One of the really interesting things about this exhibition are the works on paper. They really are a time capsule of that moment in time where James is sitting at the bar of the Bowery Hotel, watching people coming and going, on the curbside waiting for taxis, or even watching challenge basketball on the courts of New York. And what's important about these works is that those moments transcribed back in the studio in Newcastle, where he's working up major paintings, there is an immediacy and real energy about the way he's using the pencil on the Bowery notepads that he borrowed from the hotel. And the immediacy of this experience is then being transcribed into the more major paintings back in his studio in Newcastle.